You ready? Let's go. 2-minute daily devo for Friday, August 12th. I'm in the New International Reader's Version today, and our verse of the day comes from the book of Psalms, chapter 34, verse 8. Here's what it says. Taste and see that the Lord is good. Blessed is the person who goes to him for safety. This is another psalm written by David, and David is writing up today about experiencing God. You know, if you were to go to dinner somewhere, this fancy restaurant, and you had this meal and it was incredible and the food was so good and the presentation, the way it looked, the spices, the taste, everything was perfect. And you were to go and you were to try to tell someone about that meal and you were trying to explain it with all the spices and everything that it looked so beautiful and the smell and the aroma and the taste, and you're trying to explain it to someone, they may get and understand and say, wow, that sounds great. But they're not going to have the full experience unless they taste it for themselves. You could go across the world on this trip and see some amazing sights, and you're just looking at how amazing it is. And even if you took pictures, it doesn't really do it justice trying to explain it to someone unless they're there to see it with their own eyes. This is what David is saying about our God. That each person needs to taste and see and experience the goodness of God for themselves. That it's something that you can tell people about, that you can encourage people about, that you can say, wow, look what God has done in my life and he's so amazing. But every person needs to experience how good God is for themselves. Because it's an amazing thing when you taste and see and experience God for yourself. He goes on to say this, blessed is the person who goes to him for safety. David had experienced the blessings of God when he was on the run. David was on the run multiple times from Saul, and right here he's on the run from Abimelech, and he's running and he's experienced the amazing feeling it is when you run to God and the safety that you feel. You see, David was an experiencer. David had experienced the goodness of God, had experienced the safety that God brings when you are on the run from something. And he's telling us and every person that we come in contact with, hey, you need to taste and see and experience the goodness of God for yourself. You need to see what it's like when you are on the run and you have problems and issues in your life. You need to see what it's like when you can run to God and have him wrap his arms around you to hold you close and keep you safe. I want to encourage you today. If you are watching this and you haven't experienced God, taste and see how good God is. If you have experienced the goodness of God for yourself and the safety that he brings, now it's your job. It's my job to tell every person we come in contact with about Jesus so they can taste and see for themselves. All right, that's it, guys. I'll talk to you on Monday.